Perspectives are an optional feature that we can add to the cube to make it easier for our users who only need to look at some of the objects contained within our cube. We can think of a perspective as being the logical equivalent of a view for our cube. However, we cannot secure a perspective independently of our cube, so we cannot use it as a security measure. We'll learn more about implementing security in a separate module in this course. When we need to add a new perspective, we go to the Cube Designer and open up the Perspectives tab, where we can add one or more perspectives. We give it a name, and then we select the individual items that we want to include. We can choose which dimensions we want to include in a perspective, and even individual attributes within a given dimension. And we can choose which hierarchies within a dimension to include. We can include all of the measures within a particular measure group, or just specific measures. We can also choose key performance indicators and calculations that have been added to the cube. Then after we've created the perspective and we deploy the project, we can use the cube browser in BIDS to test the perspective to make sure that it appears as we need it to. Then once we put the cube into production, when users want to access a perspective, they'll connect to a particular database, and then they'll see the cube as well as the available perspectives, at which time they can select the perspective and interact with it just the same way that they would interact with a cube.